And we're back with another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and let's get back to work here. As we just got these rigs brought in, which we'll be disassembling. Oh, pay our electric bill. Just letting you know, I might need you to give my bank a call. Apparently, they need someone to confirm I'm not dead. Word of advice: just because you can register your own death doesn't mean that you should, Uncle Tim. The sleaziest of sleaze. Mortiz Gaming is sorry to announce that Real Commute Train Simulator 5 is delayed. Please stand by for further announcements. Okay, before we start doing any work, it all looks like it's stuff that's going to have to be brought in anyway. But we got a bunch of computers to tear apart for literally that, parts. And, yeah. Well, you get the idea. So before we do any work, let's clear this out. And then we'll put out some new rigs, too, out front. Because we got so much shite to go through. That's really the gist of it all. Probably also go through our inventory and sell off broken parts because we're sitting on a whole bunch. Next. Sorry, there's not much to really say when I'm doing this kind of stuff, so just hang tight. There we go. And let's do 4 more. I know, I have very little to say. I think the issue with this is I feel, and this is just a mild opinion, so far there's more repair things that need to be done, but the game itself is not harder. It feels easier than the first game. And I'm wondering if it's a balancing issue. I'm not quite sure. And I do strongly wish there was more to the shot mechanic. Till then, I'm not going to worry about it because we haven't gotten through the game yet, so there could be more to it down the road. Almost seems like there needs to be more. Feels like it's a neat mechanic, but it's not very well explored. But that's why this is, you know, it's an indie developed game. There's no reason to shit on it for doing it. I mean, it's scratching the itch, as they say that I have for stuff like this. And as long as it's doing that, it's doing something right. Ooh, nice. Hopefully it's not broken. No real reason for that drive beta be that way. Next. Right. Okay, finally. Let's put out some new ones from our repertoire. You know what? If we do this, keep putting these back in, those other ones will come closer. Now, these coal links I'm starting to realize are not very valuable. Possibly. Or it's there's a cheap coal link that I should keep in mind. You might be wondering, what the hell am I doing? I'm actually trying to see if this will reorganize the inventory a bit of PC towers here. By allowing all of our Lilanis to be in one place that we have right now. That way they're easy to find. This Colink Ethereal I don't think is that valuable, but... And it'll move all of our finished PCs to the closer to the right side here. And all of our coal links will be together too. This needs to have a way to sort it. Unless there is a way and I'm not seeing it, but I... No. Okay, that should be most of our Lilani. Or Leon Lees. God, my God. Leon Lees. That's still not helping. Well, it is actually getting there. Okay, so let's grab that. And there's one more, and then we could do all the coal links. And then it'll be the shitty ones I want to work on. The shitty towers I don't think much of. Oh, straight up, that's it. Okay, so let's do coal links. And start just shoving them in, except for the cool looking ones. We'll put those in last. It makes sense. It makes sense what I'm doing. No, not that it's a big deal, because it's all going to get mixed up later anyway. But for the sake of the next few episodes, we spend 5 minutes-ish doing this. It'll be easier to figure it all out later. So you guys might want to jump ahead to when I finish at least fiddling with this for now. and I don't want to cut anything, so that's why I'm trying to keep this all together. Got 3 of those big chunguses. Two more coal lakes, and then the chunguses, and then we're done. But then all of our stuff is now closer. Alright. Good enough for me. Should be able to get pretty quickly over to the rigs. Yeah. That's what I was trying to do. Just make it so we can quickly get over to these PCs from left to right. So this is Shite 6, I think we're on. Alright, and we'll put some more out. Though in theory, I could put all of these further back too, leaving this even easier to get to. I might do that, actually. We'll see. This is Shite 7. It looks like one of our god tiers. We're gonna save that. I would never put it out with all the other shite that's out there. So this is also shit. Right? 7. And then Shite 8. Shite it. There we go. All right, now let's get back to jobs. At least we should try to complete these 3 jobs minimum. Install NZXT Kraken Z63 or better. Spend less than 270. So, hi, I'm having some problems with my processor overheating. I was wondering if you could help me out. Not sure if it's the programs I'm running or my hardware configuration or the ambient temperatures of the active volcano I work in, but clearly something has to be done. I've heard good things about all-in-one water coolers. Could you be able to install one of those? I'm able to spend up to 270 if necessary. So we accept that. Now he wants a Kraken Z63 or better. He's running that. So let's go to... Let's collect these 2 while we're at it. The dude straight up wants a Kraken. A butt Kraken. Z63. Or better. A Z63 or better. So we've got two here. What's the difference? Oh, it's a X63 and Z63. So, doesn't say what it fits, but it should fit everything. So there's really not... Wait a minute. A Z63 or better. Well, there's a 73 that's cheaper with better performance, but it's bigger in size. That could be a problem. Let's go with this one because that could be a problem. Going cheaper but takes up more space in the case. How that is accepted, I don't know. Okay, so... Hi, I hate using my computer at the moment. I need it to benchmark at least 13025. Can you do that? I need 64 gigs of RAM. I've got 3850 to pay for the work. Can you do a blah? The vents look a bit clogged. Is that okay? The water ocean theme looks cool. Would love if you could apply that. So he needs a cleaning. And he needs some customized. Okay, so he needs 64 gigs of memory. So what is he working with here? So he's got 4 slots. So what else is the issue? So he's got 16 and he wants 64. So it's just not, he's straight up not even enough. But we need 3466. And we need it in 16 gigs, so that's fine. And then we want to multiply that by 4. That brings us at 1194. Now, he's got a really good video card in here. Maybe he needs a better power supply? This RX 6800. That's like one of the best cards. So I don't think we need to buy him a better card. I mean, we could. But I don't think that that's a solution. I mean, it is. 13025. What's his rating now? Not benchmarked. He needs a better power supply. We'll do that too. Oh, what case does he have? PSU 288. So 288. So you can fit any of these. 1454. So let's go with let's do RTX 3090 maybe. That puts us way over. So let's just try this. I think we could do it with this. I think we can do it with that. I'm looking. Hi, I want a nicer looking machine. I really want some sort of red flannel theme on my case. Can you do that? I think I clicked on something bad. It's acting erratic now. Would a scan help? I could do with typo on this PC. Simple enough. So he wants a software and a scan. Okay. Well, none of these computers are here. And we've got a slurry of parts on its way, so let's make it a brand new day. Brand new day. It's a brand new day. Just, you know what, just beat me to death with a kendo stick, why don't you? Okay. What did this guy want? Mr. Pippin wanted the cooling unit. Simple enough. This dude wanted the 64 gigs of memory and some more performance. This dude wanted the theme, which we could do kind of right away. Getting a little bit of lag. Apply theme to case. And scan. They want a typo, I think, as well. Typo and scan, and then the flannel. Let's do it. So, virus scan. It's riddled with prawn, riddled with prawn, riddled with prawn, riddled with prawn. Go fap. All right. This is done. Other than the red flannel theme. Here you go, Scotsman. Your rig be done. Alright. We'll come back to that one. Dude wants the Kraken. The butt Kraken. So let's see. Still has the stuff on it, right? Okay. Cooling the butt Kraken. Make sure it boots. And that's simple enough. Now we get into the wonky world of Wisney. So we need to clean this guy out. And then 64 gigs, and we're gonna go with not best memory, but a power supply upgrade. That beast. I will be your beast buddy. Yes, I don't want to be your beast, and I forget. Let's boot her up. Make sure the memory performance is on point. Put in our magical power of awesomeness tool. See what else he wanted. Water ocean theme. We'll do that after we're done fucking with it. GPU. We're gonna crank this bitch up. We'd be able to at least do that with that giant power supply that's in it. We'll let that run. While that's going, you know what? Let's put the water. What does he want? The water ocean mark? Water ocean theme. I think that's what he said. The water ocean theme was cool, yeah. Okay, well that's going. Let us go ahead and take some more computers out. Oh wait, but I don't know what I'm doing for that. Don't know how many we sold. So let's just grab just one for now. Let's go now out of here. Everything's sold. Look at that. We're making good profit. Even on our crap machines, we're making some good profit. So you got to give it credit where credit is due. We are making some fat stacks. Let's grab this guy. And then we will grab one more. One more time. Grab that heap. I mean, we're gonna grab this friend anyway, so, but whatever. I kind of far, didn't I? That's a nice computer there. Let's grab that, keeping all of our nice computers somewhat together. Shite 9. Come on, we're gonna milk that a little bit more. Come on, who do they take me for? Who these chumps take me for? Now, I don't think we made it. No. 13025. Didn't quite make it. Okay, that's too high. Okay, let's do some fiddling, shall we? I think we can make this work. Bring the GPU performance down. Shite 10. Wow. The lag is starting to get there. And I run a pretty good machine here. The fact I'm having some lag is concerning. Alright. Shite 11. It's running. That's good, because we upgraded the CPU output too. do this while we're waiting. Oh, the jittery. It's so jittery. Why? Yeah. Oh, 12010. Great. Still not there. We're off by 1025. Okay, so this is the point where I'm like, okay, new video card is a must. It just is. 6950 XT. How much is that? $2,000. But before we buy this, 2050, that puts us at 3,254, and that's under the budget. Okay, so we're gonna buy that. We're gonna buy it. At this point, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I probably could fine tune it even further, but it gets to a point where you're just like, fuck it. Better, best card in the game, throw it in, be done, fucking done with it. And then I find out it doesn't fit. I make a giant fucking scene. We're gonna have to re-GPU tune it. Yep. We'll check on it between taking these apart. It's running okay. It's a good sign. We did what we could, you know, we did, you know, systematically try to make it the cheapest possible. It just gets to a point where everything we tried was failing, but only by just a wee bit. So, could be worse, but, you know. The lag. I don't know where it came from all of a sudden. I have to restart the game. Deal with that later. build a machine and it says you've got some part missing, and then you're like, what fucking part? These things were stripped down completely. Random dust filter, you say? Get fucked. Alright. That's all of those done. 15,748. Okay, okie dokie. Fucking holy shit. Shit. So, and all of his stuff should be happy there. So let's go ahead and remove. Unwanted. Now let's make a save. And then we'll collect on these. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah. All right. Upgrade. The good news is that these computers you sent over are working. Oh, wait. Good news and bad news, I'm afraid. The good news is that these computers sent over are working great. Orton is up and running, and we've already got our first client. They've sent us all their personal information, so we filled it away on our ultra-secure internet server, and now our staff is trawling the dark web for hackers trying to sell any of it. I told you it was a winning idea. The bad news is that Bob, one of the employees, saw my management specs computer and is now complaining that his own machine isn't good enough. Typical. Now I believe hard work is its own reward, and I certainly don't want Bob getting the idea that he's somehow on the same professional level as me, the CEO, but perhaps I should throw him a bone. Can you upgrade his graphics and memory to be the same as mine? Thanks. These are my specs, in case you forgot. So 9, okay, so the 16 gigs of RAM and the GTX 980, that's fine. We can just double this. And a GTX 980. Okay. Overclock. My friend said you work with computers. Hi. Please, can you overclock my PC for me? I really want the CPU to overclock to that. I always overclock my GPU. Can you get it to that? Do you think you could do it by block? Could you put in Documond Reader? Documond. I think I see a fan. Can you handle that, please? My PC has been loud lately. Can you do anything about that? I look forward. Okay, so that's simple enough. I don't know why they gave us a parts budget. Hey, something's definitely broken. When I turn it on, the fans don't turn, and I get an overheating error. Have you got any idea what it might be? What might be wrong? I think shape stickers would look nice. Can you do that? So clean and it's full of dust, he says. So clean and customize, and then replace PSU, power supply. Simple enough. Did I not accept the gig? Accept. There we go. Replace PCU. And he says to replace the RAM. We only got the one stick. I am not looking at the right parts. Okay, hold on. Okay. Place the power supply. Then replace whatever this fool has for RAM. But none of these computers are here, so we can get the free shipping. So that looks good. All right, let's make it up, right? I know the lag is getting unbearable. Let's do these jobs real quick to end the episode, because I don't want to have to finagle things any further. So we'll do these computers. We'll start with the performance one, because that requires us to sit in front of it for a little while we're trying to figure out the logistics of what's causing it to suck ass. Let me get the numbers this guy wants. And then we can run our tests and everything. So let's do the GPU first. 2005. Man, that was an interesting year. 3D Mark Advance, and we don't actually need that. We only need this and the OCCT. I don't think we have to test this. He didn't ask for a benchmark. He has to be overclocked. So we just need to make sure the computer doesn't implode when we do it. So he wants that. Well, that's going. Let's grab one of the other computers. Okay, this dude just wants better RAM. Alright. CPU temp is high. That might be why there's a budget. Let's see here. He wants this thing up to what? 5031 megahertz. But we got to make sure it works. It's going to be one of those, I'm 90% sure, that if it doesn't have the means to work, it won't work. So we'll let that go. Alright, well, it finished. Now, we're going to save before we turn this in, because I get the impression that they might try to screw us by saying, you didn't do a test, blah, blah, blah. Didn't say they wanted a test done. That's my stance. But I do know how the first PC Building Simulator was like, well, you didn't benchmark your shit, so go fuck yourself. P.S. Thanks for playing from the developer. Now, the developer of this game seems like a pretty cool guy. A pretty cool individual. Okay, what did this jackoff want? Clean, fix, and then he wants shape stickers. Okay, so could you do document reader and his PC is loud? funny thing is we are now changing some of his performance, but I'm just going to see if this still works and goes back. Because if it doesn't, then clearly this is a little more complicated than we thought, but then also in the same breath, it's kind of ridiculous. All right. No customize. So. And as per usual, let's save our game. And then, nice. That should be very straightforward. And we did it. Oh, many thanks for the assistance. Unfortunately, our field laboratory experienced a Type 3 eruption a short time ago, and poor Marcia was launched into orbit along with all our research. We'll be sure to pass along the upgraded computer just as soon as we figure out how to get her back down again. Kind regards, Asel Sudati, Chief Researcher, Hephaestus Volcanic Labs. I guess that didn't quite work the way they were hoping. We get some more Vidya cards. Some more, a little bit of everything there. I think we already did that. Okay. Before we do anything, let's commit to knowing. Oh, maybe not. So we only sold 3 rigs. So that's not the best in the world. That's okay. Where do we do that as the game is like about to explode on me for unknown reasons? Let's put out 3 new computers that are not our top of the line. I think we're on Shite 12. It's either 12 or 13. So we'll go with that. Let me just pull 2 more out of here first, and then we'll walk them over. I honestly don't think that Ryzen 5 is that terrible, but like I said, we're trying to dump things off in some kind of pecking order that makes sense. And by getting rid of these i3s. Okay. Now, I do know there is one crappy one hiding in here somewhere. Or, you know what? No, there isn't. I already took it out. Okay, well. Let's go back this way here and grab this one. Okay, well, let's see. Let's deal with these real quick, shall we? Well, we still got a few minutes left. We will tear these guys asunder. Did a computer just teleport? Oh no. What am I doing? It. Whoops. You know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth 3D marking it. Actually, you know what? We could. Right out here. I see what I did. I took an extra computer out of storage. Okay, well, let's boot it up. Let's unfuck what I did. Whoa. We will check every bit, okay? I have a feeling it's complaining that I didn't do something with the processor. I think it glitched. Let that run while we do a few more other things here. All right, now that that's going, now we can get back to this. Some of these minis just might have to get put into builds. This is a micro, actually. The micros, no. The minis, though, I think we might start having to build. And my rationale for this is because we have a... Number one, we have a metric ton of them. Number two, I don't really know how we're going to get them all kind of out of here without using them. But I think what we'll do is for the really crappy PCs, we will do and ensure that we... I'll do this one first. What I think we'll do is we'll ensure that we fully get rid of the worst possible parts. So, like, on those minis, we'll only be using single card builds. Doesn't mean they have to necessarily suck, because as you've noticed, we found some good video cards or decent video cards that they're only single cards. So it's gonna be like a mishmash of possibly bad, moderately bad processors and whatever single card video cards we can get in there is probably what's gonna happen. But until we get to that point, there's no point in worrying about it too much. Some of these are misleading too. They only take 4 sticks. Whereas I thought in the first game, I thought that all of these that use these kinds of boards took 8. Or in real life, they don't. They're both. They do both, I should say. It's not that they don't, they do both. Go. All right. Well, you guys have been very patient and very much hopefully enjoying the Let's Play so far. I know we've had some slow parts in this one compared to I would argue, our first game, PC Building Simulator 1, but we're making great progress here. And I know that if we keep the momentum going, we'll be able to not just finish the storyline, but eventually get through the entirety of the game in and of itself. And it'll be one of those elements, it'll be one of those things where we'll power through the game, setting up things along the way so we don't have to waste arguably too much time. But by doing this in this process that we are, in a sense, doing it in, we will ultimately be very far ahead in our game. We'll have a lot of disposable income. I'm really curious to see what this game has in store for us to spend on, because right at this moment, I'm starting to ponder this was being just thrown together, because we're not actually, there's still a lot of storyline here, so I don't want to assume no. But until we actually see a more better use of our funds, I'm curious to see where things go. So that's it. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm gonna restart the game, but yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you guys next time.